All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. All right, I'm here waiting for an interview. They should be here any minute. So I'm gonna do this little video because last week there was a couple videos that I did. I never uploaded them because I just got interrupted every single time I try to make these videos. So I think I have a little time. I started doing a video earlier. I think the interruptions are done. So first things first. There's a couple of things working behind the scenes. As far as myself, I'm working for the consultant for the other restaurant. Right now, one of the reasons I haven't had a lot of time to do videos at home is because I've been working on basically redoing their whole menu. And I'm gonna have to finish it tonight, so I'm not gonna be doing a video anytime soon. And for those that don't know, this weekend is gonna be one of the busiest weekends because of the holiday, this Sunday. Mother's Day holiday is usually the busiest, and we are looking like we are going to be very busy, especially for brunch. For dinner, I'm not 100% sure, but last year I remember we were really busy for lunch, like a nice steady brunch, and then for dinner, we didn't have that much reservations, but we ended up getting almost, I don't even know, it might have been even busier than brunch. We ended up getting really busy, so it was a really good day. Again, it's one of those things that you just didn't know we were going to get busy, but people just made those last minute reservations at nighttime, and it was just like just as busy. The only problem was that I was short staffed because we had so little reservations for dinner that it just didn't make sense to have a lot of staff, but we probably needed more staff because how busy we got. So it's like, again, but that's like, for you guys that don't know, this is the most inconsistent restaurant that I know of. So that's that. So I'm working with that. I got the interview today. The reason is because one person I had hired last week, and I've been having this issue for the last three years. People just don't like to show up. People just don't like to show up to work. Not that came on. People just don't like to show up for interviews for work. That's what I meant to say. You can't say people don't want to show up for work because that's apparently people are like, oh, and they'll come up with some other reason. But if you're not showing up to work, to me that means you don't want to show up to work. It's not that complicated, but people seem to want to make it more complicated than what it is. I don't deal with all this complicated ninja verbiage that people talk about to make things sound a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. So they didn't show up. They checked all the boxes. Had a feeling that they weren't, but I can't be like, you know what, this guy's not going to show up. I could, but what am I going to do? Have two people come in and then send somebody home? I can't do that, so I'm just got to hope that I'm wrong. And the person does show up, and I just had a bad feeling, and I was wrong. But sadly, I was right. The person didn't show up, so they kind of had me scrambling. So now I have an interview today. This person, for some reason, seems, I have a better feeling. And a lot of it is because he's been communicating with me throughout the whole process. Most times in this process, when you're trying to actually bring somebody in, you want to know if a person can show up. You just want to know if all the plans, everything is confirmed, everything I should, so in case if I got to make some different moves. But so far, he's been communicating today, interview. If everything works out well, I have a shift that he'll already be able to work by himself this week. Because, again, I'm actually short one shift for service this week. And I'm to the point that, you know what? I can only control what I can control. I can't control shit that I can't control. So, yeah, that person didn't show up, whatever. If I hire extra people, then the thing is, I can't hire extra people. I'm responsible for people that I hire. I can't just think of myself. I got to think of the people that I hire. So I gotta, I kind of gotta wait and see if I can get someone to come in and if they have some experience, so they could probably get some training and then work that one shift by themselves this week. If not, I'm just gonna close the restaurant for the day, or maybe just keep it open for takeout. But it's not even that I want to close it. Of course, I don't want to close the restaurant for the day, But what am I gonna do? I'm already doing everything in the back of the house. I'm doing everything in the kitchen. I'm doing. I can't go out and also bring the food out. As much as I thought about doing stuff like that, and then I wouldn't have to worry about nobody, just worry about myself. But you can't do that. You can't run a restaurant that way. So I guess I might be closing for a day this week, and it is what it is. This is probably one of the best looking weeks, but there's always something to counteract when something is looking good in this place for some reason. So that is the issue we have this week. And I'm done. In a positive note, I might apply to try to be in one of those chef shows on TV like Chopped, or one of those competition shows, because they send me an email. I was supposed to be, for those that don't know, I was supposed to be in one of these new shows during COVID. I got everything to last minute. They had plane tickets and everything. They sent me the plane ticket numbers and everything. Like the week before, they sent me an email that's saying that they needed more time to work on the show. So it was supposed to be a brand new show, but they never called me back, and I found out basically the show just got scratched and never actually went through. So I never applied again. But this one, there's applications for professional chefs for Chopped. So I'm always interested in a little friendly competition. Why not, right? So that's kind of what something else that I want to throw on my plate. So for those that don't know, last things that I kind of wanted to mention, hopefully I mentioned today, working on the menu for the other restaurant, the big project. I'm also working for the stuff for the ghost kitchen here. They started showing up already. I got printer for that. I got tablets that already showed up. They're at the house. I'll bring them in tomorrow. Again, today I have all this other stuff. I didn't want to deal with that. I have my menu that I'm working on for Feli Bistro. I have spring stuff that I'm kind of changing and getting ready into the summer. I got Mother's Day that I'm getting ready for. And that's kind of all of the stuff that is like working. I have other stuff in the back burner, like always. And I have a lot of stuff for the channel that I wanted to do, but I haven't really had the opportunity to do. Sometimes I wish I had a little bit of, even someone sometimes even be able to hold the camera for certain things I think would be really good content as far as in the kitchen and that, but it's sometimes a little bit difficult to try to, complete or execute by myself. But that's a myself problem. That's a me problem. So you guys leave your comments below if you made this far. Subscribe. Again, the guys that follow me, this is kind of the content that I do when I'm at the restaurant. I do the other content. If you like it, it's basically my journey, man. That's it. All right. Peace later.